Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Trent McDuffie just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about it. To be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mixon on the toss right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
Now it's Mixon running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mixing up the middle. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, Mahomes. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Nixon will try the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Mixon will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Mixon again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Lawrence from his end zone. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Past the 20. 5. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Mahomes now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play, but Mark Brunell, when he was with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
They go play fake. Mahomes steps away to his left. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough for a Kansas City first down. Moore, the man in motion. From the gun again to Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And he is going to lose yardage here. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On first down, Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Touchdown! Christian Kirk. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Tony. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they work. And he's going to have to eat this one is down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Out of the shotgun, they run with Nixon. Down to about the 45.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mahomes.
It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Mahomes to throw it. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.